Okay, so I wanted to do another video. What I'm gonna do on this video is I'm gonna change the brakes, back and the front on this. It's a 2009 Honda CRV. I'm gonna change the front brake pads, and then I'm gonna change the back. So I hope this video helps. I just want you to know I'm not a mechanic. I'm a backyard mechanic, so pretty much the way when I work on my cars, I'll buy different parts until I find the right one, and if it works for me, I'll just pass it on my videos. So again, it might not work for you, but if it works for me, I'll put them up. So if you guys have any comments, any questions, just let me know. So again, this is the one that I'm going to change. The brakes, the front calipers, and I believe the back also has, they're also brake pads, but they're smaller. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, let me know. Okay? All right. I mean, these are pretty much the tools that I'm going to use. Just a C-clamp, screwdriver, and a hammer. And the 3/8 socket, ratchet. Okay? All right. Okay, so pretty much when you do change them, there's your new brakes in there, if you can see them. That's it. So all you do is 2 screws. That's this one here. You have this one, and then this back one here on the back. Okay. Don't forget, make sure you put your hinges back, put the brake back. I show you how to close up the caliper, and you do the same thing on both sides, okay? So I hope it helps, like I said. Now I'm gonna do the back, and it's pretty much the same way. So I'll show you a little bit what I did too on the back. Okay? All right. Okay, so if you can see here, I put the hinges on here and then the brakes on the back. So just make sure that, when you take off the hinge, just make sure that you put it back the same way. So that's pretty much what it looks like. Okay? Now there's another thing that I want to show you too. Every brake job that you do, your brake caliper has these. Some of them have one of these, some of them have 2. Some people will go to the O'Reilly's and go rent a tool or go buy one, okay? Because these right here, when you use the brakes, they come out, okay? So, to hold the brakes tight, when you're braking, okay? So when your brakes wear out, okay, it comes out to the max, what the brake, until it wears out, right? But when you change your brakes, I mean, if you can see the difference here, look at how thin it is, okay? And what I mean thin, I'm talking about this right here, okay? Compared to a new one, because look at how thick it is, okay? So what you have to do is you have to figure out how to close these back in. And so me, I don't have to rent anything. Okay? So I'm going to show you what I do to bring them back in. Okay? We'll move it here. Okay? So what I do is I got myself a C-clamp. Okay? One of these clamps, and you can use any of them, okay, because you're going to put it on here. So what I do is I put it in here in the back, okay, and I close it in. Okay, and if you can see your brake caliper here, if you look at it, it's going to start closing in slowly, and I'm going to do that to both of them, okay? So if you can see it closing in, you got to be careful that you don't do it real hard, because if you do, you're gonna bring your brake fluid to leak out of your reservoir. So just close this slowly. Okay, and you're gonna repeat this. If you have calipers like this back and front, you could do the same thing on all of them. Okay, just do it slowly till it goes in. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Okay, you don't need no special tool. If you want to waste money, it's up to you, but you know, I'm showing you how to do it, man. I'm trying to save you money. In the beginning, I used to do that. I used to go get this stuff or pay somebody until I wanted to do it myself. Okay? So once you do this, okay, close it in all the way. You'll know because it won't go anymore. Okay, sometimes you don't need to go all the way down, but you gotta do it gently, okay? See the difference? On this particular, if you can't put it one way, then you put it another. Okay, you can do it this way too. But you basically do the same thing. Okay. This one I'm gonna put it right there. Okay. Remember, if you go too fast, then you're gonna make your brake fluid will spill out of your reservoir on top. So just go slow. Okay. So once you bring these down, you do both sides. You change them. All you gotta do is just check your brake fluid when you put the brakes back on, brake calipers. The brakes back on. Then all you gotta do is just press on the brake, and that's it. So, okay, that's pretty much it. Take it out. So now what you're gonna do, get the baby, you're gonna put it back on here. Okay? Back in here. See if you can see. Let me lower this a little bit. You can see it better. Okay, so I took it off. You're gonna put it back in here the same way it was. Okay, you put it in here. Okay, put it on there. Put the screws back on. That's one screw. Okay. You put the other screw on. Okay, that's pretty much it. See. Okay, tighten them up. Both of them on, and that's it. That's all you do. That's how you change your brake pads. Just remember though, you got to change your hinges. When you take your brake off, your brake pads, take one off at a time, even if you have to take a picture of it. And look at how the hinges are, so you can put it back the same way. Okay. Tighten this baby up. Okay, I do that. See, back on. I'll get the hammer out. I'll hit it just a little bit, like snugging it up. Same thing on the bottom one. See. Same thing, and then just hit it down. and that's how you do the brakes. So it's pretty simple. So every car that you work on, you could do the same thing on every car. Okay, so in a little bit. Okay, so this one's done. You do the same thing on the other side, but then after that, I'm gonna do the back, and it's pretty much the same way. Any questions, any comments, let me know. Okay, so I finished changing the brake pads in the front, so now I want to show you on the back. Okay, these are also smaller. So these are the brake pads for the back. If you can see, they're smaller. Okay, and basically you're going to do the same thing to take that out. Okay, so you got back here, you got a number 12 bolt that you take out, and then you have another one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them out, and then I'll show you after I take it out. Okay. Okay, so just like I told you, you have to squeeze that in. Okay, then you'll be able to put them right on the the caliper back on there. Okay, so I'm squeezing it down. Once I get it in there, I'll put that piece in, and then I'll show you. Okay, so I was able to put this back in there. Okay, now remember, the one in the back has this little thing in here. Okay, so that's the one that's got to go in there. So once you put it on there, here's a new pad that I put on here. I change the brackets up here, and then the one bracket that goes in the middle, that's this one, which goes in here. It's gotta go in there. So once I get it in there, then I'll put it back on, and then I'll show you.